Hello everybody, Nonstop Gaming here with my first gaming video on my channel. My first video was a tutorial, so that doesn't really make sense for my channel name, but I just wanted to have a video to edit and work with and just something to start off my channel with. So this game is going to be the Escapists, as you can clearly see here in big letters. It's a good game. It just came out of development a little while ago. It's out of alpha, so I don't know a whole lot about the game. I've had it for a few days. I have a couple hours in the game. I'd say about 5 hours maybe. I've been practicing with it, getting used to it. I'm not the best at it, but you know, that's what you practice and play for. So I did create a character named Jared on day 16, the easiest prison, and I'm going to be creating a new character, obviously to start off a series, because why would anyone want to watch you play with a character that you've already have a lot of progress with? So I'll just start over. Maybe I'll have better luck. I've already had this character pre-ready here. I'm just going to choose the old guy and name him Tim. So let's create this guy and go into the prison, and then, well, you can get an idea of what the game's like. It's a pretty expensive game for something this new. It's $15 on Steam. It's worth it though. I can definitely say, like, I would buy this again if I had to, because it is a very good game. Definitely worth the money if you're into this kind of thing. It's a prison game, and you can craft things, beat up people, do favors, cause distractions, break out events, all kinds of that stuff, and it's pretty fun. So I'll just get into the game now and show you all what it's like, and maybe I'll do a series out of this if I get people watching it and I get support for it. But of course the channel cannot grow unless I make videos for it. So here we go. Oh, okay, I forgot about this. There's all these other characters we can rename. I'm just going to leave them as they are. I don't really care about the other characters' names. Maybe I'll just randomize it a couple times. Who cares? Sure, whatever. What was that? Okay, Boogie. Okay, so a little more diverse. Oh, sang. Fun fact, that's actually blood in French, sang. So let's start game. Okay, so in the game you start off in your bed every day. You have to go to bed at night, and you have to follow the rules of the prison. So, dear Tim, welcome to Center Perks, the most comfortable, low-security prison in the county. On behalf of all the staff here, we wish you a happy and relaxing visit. Should you get bored of the complimentary cable TV we pride ourselves in many other engaging activities around the grounds. Warden Patrick Garrett. So basically the prison is the easiest prison, but it's also the most luxury, you know. Should you get bored of your complimentary cable TV, that sounds pretty nice. And other engaging activities, so that sounds fun. Alright, let's get started. Here I am in my bed. You see all the other prisoners. Just wave your mouse over to see it. Prison life's all about routines, so yes, you follow your routines. Here, down here you can see what time it is and what your activity is. So morning roll call. Other things you can do in this game is you can check your stats and all the stuff you'd need to know. You start off in the game with the job of laundry, and I'll show you that later when it's time to do your job. And keeping your job is quite important, unless you really just don't want to do that sort of thing. You can still make money by doing jobs for other people, but I recommend keeping your job, because if sometimes the jobs people ask you to do might be a little too difficult, or you just cannot find whatever they want you to find, and sometimes they'll ask you to beat up guards, which can be very difficult. And so it's always a good idea to keep your job unless you made a lot of money and you're confident that you can get by without a job. So basically your strength and speed and intellect all start off at 30. So you don't really want it to go below 30, because 30 is usually the minimum for stuff. Strength and intellect are very important to get up. Your speed isn't too important to increase. That's just how fast you can run around and stuff. I think by default you're faster than most other people. and it helps you to outrun guards, because in this game you can just outrun the guards and eventually they'll give up and completely forget that you did something wrong. But your heat will go up, and I'll get to that in a minute. Your strength is good for beating up other people in like fist fights. You can also get weapons, and you can check your journal for favors that people ask you to do, along with your crafting, where you can craft items and weapons and tools and stuff to help you break out of the prison. Up here you can see there's the cash. That's how much money you have. Here's your health. You increase this by doing things in the gym, like lifting weights and running on the treadmill. And I'll explain more how those increase your stats later. It's pretty obvious right now, I would assume, but I will just explain that once it's time to go to the gym. And then your heat is how much you're wanted by the cops. For applying for jobs, your heat goals cannot be very high. It gets reset whenever you die or get knocked unconscious, and you get brought back to the infirmary and it's reset. Also, when you go to sleep at night, I think it resets, and it just slowly goes down over time if you don't do anything. And your fatigue is how tired you are. Different activities can raise your fatigue, and you can lower it fairly quickly by going in the showers or by going to sleep. And eating food. So I'll just get here into the game. Morning roll call. Oh, there's also these people with little bags over their head. Those people, you can see their name and their job. He's already stronger than me, so the people with the bags over their head, basically, you can go over here and you can give the people stuff like an item that you have in your inventory, or you can give them money, which I don't want to do. And you can also go down to here, which is on people that have little bags over their head, and they sell stuff. Super glue is actually quite rare, and you should buy it. You should usually buy it whenever you get the opportunity to, or if you could find it in a desk. But I don't have enough money, so obviously I can't do that right now. Also, crafting notes can be useful. There's also a wiki that you can visit, but it's just so you don't have to leave the game. And they're also you may have noticed that with these here, there's green and red on the names of things. Things that are green are acceptable items that the police won't get mad at you for if they catch you with it in your cell, or if you go through a detector at certain areas of the prison. Things like this are contraband, and you cannot have those. If they search your cell and they find it, or they see you with it, or you're using it, or something along those lines, they will take it from you almost immediately. Not good. They'll also search your cell and take anything else of that sort, and 9 times out of 10, if you're using it to break out of prison, it's contraband. So that is that. Strangely enough, lighters and stuff, and plastic forks and plastic knives, stuff like that, oddly enough, is not contraband. You can have it in your cell. You can have like 1 million plastic forks in your desk, and they won't care. So Matthew is saying it gives you names of people who do stuff. Oh, look what your name is. They say that they respect you and your service. They punish with love. We punish with love. You've all made good progress. Really, first day. So divided over the custard cones. Creams. And now for an important announcement. Okay, yeah, he's not going to say, well, it's time for breakfast. So this little yellow arrow will point you to wherever you need to go. I'm familiar with the prison, so I don't really need to follow it that well. Oh, yeah. Oops. I don't really know what I did here. You can climb on top of desks, which can get you in trouble if the cops see you do stuff like that. So cutlery is where you can find things like plastic forks. And I like taking the plastic forks. I think plastic spoons may also be useful. For now, I'm just going to actually leave these here because I don't want to get into too many things at once. Okay, I do not like doing that. You just left click on your food, walk up to a seat, and left click on the seat, and you're all good. So I'm more about the loser table. The old guy gets rejected, of course. And people will talk about random things. Basically, most things are an hour. Oh, and then there's free periods where you can just do whatever you want to do. You can also click on people like this guy. You right-click to do a favor, I believe. Is it? Yes, right-click. And as you see, it's not for sale, but no. Oh no, you right click to open their inventory, see their stats. You left click if you on them if you want to see their job. So he needs dental floss. So if you think you can do it, you can click yes. If you don't think you can, then no. If you click maybe, then all you can do is find him again and click on it, and he'll have the job there. So I am gonna accept that because it's a $24 payout, and it may not be that hard to find. Which will bring me into my next portion of the game. The next thing you can do is you can go into people's cells. I'll just start at the end of the line here, and make sure they don't see you go into the cell. And you can open up, you can search the desk by left clicking on them. As you can see, this guy has multiple items, but none of which are useful to me. So, and if you have an item, say, let's just search his desk again. See, for example, none of these are contraband. Here, I'll show you. In a quick example, if you take this comb and then you click on it in your inventory and poke it against the wall, it'll turn into a comb shiv, which is a contraband. It's a weapon you're not supposed to have. If you want to get rid of something that you don't need or is just contraband, you need to get rid of it, and you can't get it back after this. I should let you know. You just click on it in your inventory, you left click, and then you can store up to 3 things in a toilet and then flush. Now it's gone. You can't flush things for another 45 seconds, I think it is, but it'll hold 3 items. And you can also store things in your toilet, like contraband that you may not want people to find if they search your desk. You do have friend cells. This is my cell here. My strategy in the game is to use this guy's cell for everything. What I do is you can right click on bed sheets and take the bed sheet, and then you can click on it and click the prison bars, and it makes a little cover. And I'll just run across to the guy over here, take his bed sheets, and run up here. Don't worry, all this will be recovered at the all this will stay here, and they'll put new bed sheets after each day. Now it's time for lunch, which you don't really need to do that. They might get a little mad at you if you ditch lunch, but I don't actually need to be here right now. I don't need, it only helps your fatigue, and I don't need that. So during that time, you can kind of just sneak off, and you have no idea. Okay, nope, hurry up, Tim. Nope, I'm hurrying away from there. So I'm going to go into this guy's cell, and I got this fork, as you can see. So you click on the fork, and then you can click on the wall to chip the wall. Now, the way this works is it takes, I'm guessing 15% it looks like out of the fork to take 4% out of the wall. You can see the wall thing by having a fork. Oh, okay. No, I actually need to go right now. Wait, let me... Quickly. Alright, this is my job. It's laundry time. I'm gonna put these forks in my desk because they're not contraband, so it won't matter. So you go to your job, and the job quote, this is important. You can get fired from your job. So in here, let me just quickly say something. As you see right here, see this right here? That is a sensor, right? It's a sensor, and it will detect if you have contraband in your inventory right here. If you do, all the cops will swarm at you. Your heat will go really high, and all the cops will swarm at you, and it's very bad. You don't want that to happen. And if they catch you, they will kill you and take your they will knock you out and take your contraband. But strangely enough, if you have the weapon, or which would be contraband right here, then the machine actually won't detect it. But if you have any kind of contraband here, they will detect it, but you can only put weapons here. So if you have something that's not a weapon here that's contraband and try to go through a sensor, it will detect it, and you cannot put it here. So anyway, for my job, I'm just going to left click on this a bunch of times. As you can see on the right, my inventory is filling up with dirty clothing. And then press 1 and then click on the machine, press 2 and then click on the machine. And then I'm going to click on it and click on it and then click on it again. And here we go, putting away laundry. So that's number 3, number 4, put it away, and collect it. It's good to meet your job quota, or else you'll get fired. You can also prepare yourself for the next day. I've learned by watching some other tutorials and just experimenting with the game. You should, now I'm not sure if you still can, but I believe you can just drop items on the ground and drop all the clean clothes on the ground and then just put it in here the next day, which would help you with getting your job done quickly, and that way you can have more time to just wander around and do whatever you want. In the laundry job, though, that is a good way to get a police officer uniform, which is good to see how you achieve my good job quota. Now I can, oops, don't want to stand down there. as you may have noticed at the quick brief second, there was a washing machine. I mean, not a washing machine, what am I saying? There was a ventilation system, and that, why am I still putting this here? So, I can right click this to drop it on the ground. But anyway, you may have noticed the vents, and those can be used for wandering around the prison and escaping later. You need a screwdriver though, which is contraband, and they're also very expensive and hard to get. So I almost went to put that away again. So you just right click it. There. So that should be ready for next day. Oh, it's exercise period, but I'm going to quickly stuff 2 more of these in here and just leave them there so that way they'll be ready to help me get my job done next day. So, exercise period, obviously, this is where I'm going to be raising my stats such as speed and strength. So the weights will help you get your strength up, and the treadmills will help you get your speed up. The strength I find is a little more important, so that's what I do. You press Q and E rapidly to get your to do reps. You have to wait for it to go back down before you can start doing it again. Sorry if it's a little loud. My keyboard is kind of loud. Nothing I can really do about that. It is shower block, but I'm just gonna do a few more reps to try to get my strength up at least till 1730, because I do want some time to get my my God, my fatigue down. Oh, I went way over the limit, and I'm too fatigued now. I'm just gonna... You can just stay here for as long as you want. This evening meal. Actually, I'm gonna skip the shower and go to evening meal. Oh god, the guards are beating up someone who did something bad. Actually, you can go back to him now, and then click on him, and you can see stuff. Like, you get a razor blade, which actually isn't contraband, so that might be useful. The spatula is contraband. I don't think I need that for anything, so I'll just leave him there. But now I took this and he doesn't even know. And I'm gonna eat a meal to lower my fatigue. Oh, sorry for bad language. So, I think I'm gonna end the video at the end of the first day, so that way you can... It's not too long, because I know I have been doing a lot of rambling on about how the game works, but it'd be kind of confusing if you didn't know how the game worked and I just started doing stuff. So, evening free time, great. So what can I do now? I should probably get those forks and start making a tunnel. But before I actually finish breaking through the tunnel, I want to get a magazine. What? No. Someone took the curtains off. Who would do such a thing? That's never happened before. Ooh, a toothbrush. Okay, I like toothbrushes. Sorry, that was my phone. If you can just take a toothbrush, run into like a cell of anyone, poke it against the wall, and you get a toothbrush shiv. They're pretty good weapons. I haven't had a problem with having those as my weapon. So then I can just run over to my... Hello, officer. Run over to my cell, grab some forks. They've added some more tutorials since I played the game. There was an update for it, so they've actually made it... Oh yes, you may have noticed there my mouse turned red. If you press spacebar, it'll turn your mouse red, and if you press it again, it'll make it green. So when the cursor is red... Sorry. When the cursor is red, then that means you're in attack mode, and if you click on someone, you'll target them and start beating them up, which is not good. You don't want to be doing that because that gets you into fights, but that is how you attack people if you do need to beat someone up. So now guards can't see me in here with those sheets up. So, oh, he has a cup. That is useful for some things that I'll mention later. I'm actually going to take that quickly and put it in my own cell, along with the razor blade. Cups can be used to make a molten hot chocolate, which can knock out anyone instantly, which are pretty good for taking out guards. If you're going to take out a guard, that's what you want to use. So I'm just going to keep chipping this wall, and I will just cut to when I get the wall cut down a bit or the next activity comes up. Okay guys, I am back here. Just never even got to finish it from the wall. It's only been a few seconds, but it's the evening roll call, and I think if you're late for that, you have a higher chance of getting your cell searched, which you don't want to do. It doesn't really matter too much for me now since I have no contraband in it, but I don't want to get on the wrong side of the cops, if you can even do that. But, you know, it's kind of important to be here. And this guy is selling shaving cream, guard outfit, policy bills, and stuff like that. Most of the stuff is pretty common, and guard outfits are not worth buying from anyone. I'll just let you know right away. If someone's offering a guard outfit, never buy it. They're fairly easy to get. As long as you have the laundry job. Laundry job doesn't have the best payout, but it's good enough. As you see, I made $40 because when I started the video, I had $10, but now I have $50, and I haven't done any jobs for anyone yet, I don't believe. Nope, he's the only person I accepted a job from. So, it's not bad. Martin is planning something I can smell like. Go knock him down and remind me who's in charge. That's $15 to beat someone up, so that's not too bad. I usually accept the things you beat up people unless it's beating up a guard. So, if you plan on trying to steal something from a guard and you got molten hot chocolate, then I'd recommend accepting a mission where you have to beat down a guard and then just beat up that guard, steal what you need from him, and then get out of there. So that'll be it for the first video. I will talk about some more stuff in my next video, but I hope you enjoyed the first video of the Escapists. As you can see, I have some stuff in my desks already. I've already got the whole works going, and I'm not going to do anything off camera. Everything I do in this character will be recorded. I might practice a bit on my other account, but so to go to sleep and save the game. You can save the game by going to your settings and click save. I don't trust that because last time I did it, it ended up bringing me right to the morning even though it was halfway through the day. So I'm not sure if it just doesn't work or whatever. So you just left click on your bed. It says save game. Would you like to sleep until morning and save your current progress? So this will skip you right till morning. As you may have noticed, there's little locks in your doors, so you actually can't leave your cell. So you just click on that, click OK. It'll bring your thing to your fatigue to 20%, even though mine was just at 13. You may have noticed, but in this morning roll call, I'm just gonna sleep in a second. Anyway, that'll be it for the first video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.